It's freaking gross. What's up, everybody? This is Turkey Talks episode 10. Today we got some special guests here, but let's start off with my co-host today, Coach Bob. How are you feeling?
Good, and I'm going to step out on this one. I have a special guy that's going to take my place today. Nico.
Everybody give a big round of applause for Nico here. He's coming in to do the interview for Coach Bob on this segment. But while he comes in, let's give a big round of applause for our special guests here, Mr. Durkin and Mr. Castellani in the building. Thank you guys for coming through. Guys, what's it like to be on the podcast?
Oh, it's very special. We've been hearing about it for the past couple of weeks. I watched a couple of episodes. You guys are doing a fantastic job, putting the school in good light, doing some good work, getting some very good guests here. So I'm very excited to be part of episode 10. Of
course. Corey, what's it like to be on the podcast?
Well, we were really happy to have you. You guys asked us to come down, and we've been watching it, and you guys are doing a great job, and we're just happy to be here.
It's an overall good thing for the program, and just overall just very good. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to set it up with some questions, maybe 2 to 3 questions for each person. My guy Nico over here, the co-host, is going to ask some questions, and we'll get straight into it. All right, Mr. Durkin, how did you first get into photography? Because as we know, you do photography. You run the Valley View Superintendent page on Instagram. You take some great photos. And just how did you get into it? Tell me some backstory.
Having 2 children of my own back when they were young, obviously I wanted to capture all their memories. So as I started taking pictures of my own children, doing sporting events and concerts for the Valley View School District while they went to school here, I started taking a couple courses, reading up on it, and it just developed into a hobby of mine. And I just enjoy capturing a lot of memories. And especially here at Valley View, we haven't had PR to put some stuff out, not just for athletics, but for the musicals, the concerts that are there and everything like that. I just like to put Valley View in a good light and show the community the great things that our students do.
Of course. Nico, got anything for your dad here?
I do. So, Dad, in the 1988 game for Scranton Tech, you ran over one of our Valley View staff members here. You like to tell us a little about that?
I remember that. That would be Coach Reese. I don't remember all the details, but I know it was inside the 5-yard line, and Coach Pizzalia called my number, and it was, I believe, off of left tackle, and I'm running towards the end zone, and I could see this guy coming over to try to stop me, and I saw the scared look in his eyes, so nice. I knew I could take advantage of that. So basically, I just put my helmet in his chest and bowled him right over into the end zone.
Nice.
That's amazing to hear. All right, so I got another question to add on top of that. So through your high school career, obviously you played through the late 80s, going into the early 90s. What was your favorite year to play? Like, take me through just like overall, like your favorite year that you played at Valley View football.
Well, back then it was a lot different than it is now. It was the Big 11, so we played all the local schools around here, like Mid-Valley, Dunmore, Lakeland. Now, we're playing a lot of different teams, but every game was a big game. And my senior year was one of the years where it seemed like everybody had a great team that year. So every game was a tough game, and the stands were packed, and it was just something that the community loved coming to Valley View football games, and it was just a great experience that year. I'm sure you guys see when there's a big game here and the stands are packed. Back then, every game was like that. So it's pretty exciting.
Of course. All right, Mr. Durkin, I have a question for you right here. So obviously we know you're the superintendent here at Valley View. Take me through just a little bit of what got you into the position, what brought you into working for the district, and just overall what you like about working for the district.
Well, I started my career back in the late 90s as a guidance counselor. I started at the Pocono Mountain School District. I was there for a couple years, and I accepted a position at Western Wayne. I was there until January of 2007. I actually just celebrated my 19th anniversary here at Valley View. I started January 7th, 2007 here as the assistant principal at the high school. I wanted to come back to Valley View. I obviously graduated from Valley View. I grew up here and part of the community, and there's no other community or school district I'd rather be a part of. I just love the way the community rallies around our students, our school district, and the positive vibe that we have. Our students are second to none, and just being part of it brings joy to me, knowing that I graduated. I sent my kids here, and I after being the assistant principal at the high school, I went over to the middle school as the assistant principal there with Mr. Sweeney for a while, and then I went and took the position as the intermediate school principal. Then Dr. Bacella asked me to come back to the high school a few years ago, back when COVID hit, and then obviously everybody knows a few years ago Dr. Bacella retired and has another career going on for him. And when the opportunity came, this is the only place I would rather be. So I had to jump on the opportunity. And like I said, there's no other school district. The kids are awesome here. The community is fantastic. And it just, every day it's not even like work. It's just great being around students like yourselves, bringing great things to the school district.
That's just overall amazing to hear. Just overall, just taking your foot forward and just putting the kids before everyone else. It's just amazing to hear. Nico, got anything for your dad here?
I do. So you played football at Bucknell College. What made you choose to go and play there at such a great college?
Well, at that time, when I went on a visit, I loved the campus and I loved the coaching staff and what they were telling me. And it wasn't that far from home. It was only about an hour and a half away. And I didn't want to go too far away, so I was really happy with that choice, and it was a great experience for me over the last, for 4 years.
That's good.
All right, and I've got one more question here. Mr. Durkin, as we know, you're a big martial arts guy. It's one of the big things you do in your pastimes, and you come down here and lift up the field house. How important is it for you just to be able to do those things in your pastime and just be able to have the time to be able to do those hobbies? And just take me through like one of your favorite moments just doing martial arts and one of your favorite moments like down here at the field house just lifting.
Well, I'll go down here at the field house. Obviously, my son, Brian, is a 2019 graduate of Valley View, played football here. He was always here with his friends. And I like physical fitness. I like to keep myself in shape, especially have anybody that does a job, whether it's teaching, a lawyer, superintendent, business manager. You need a stress outlet. And I think the best stress outlet is being physically active. And being able to lift down here and seeing the students in a different atmosphere rather than just at school where you guys could just be yourselves and come up to me and talk to me just as, I guess, best way to say it, as just a normal person, and seeing what you guys are doing down here. And probably the best experience was being able to work out down here with my son when he was down here. And as far as martial arts, I started martial arts back when I was 16, a long time ago. And my most fond memory of martial arts was when I was getting tested for my first black belt. I was scheduled for my black belt test, and I came down with the flu, had 102 fever, and I still went through with it. It was a 4-hour test, and that was a very important day in my martial arts career.
It's just overall great to hear. Nico, got anything else?
I do. So obviously, Dad, you're a Valley View graduate. What made you decide to come back and pick the position as business manager at Valley View?
That's a good question, Nico. So what I'll say is, working at Valley View, I'm actually proud to say I work at Valley View because of you guys, the students. So many people, not so many people, there are some people that like to concentrate on the negative things at Valley View. And there's so many more positive things that go on at Valley View. Sure. And I walk through the hallways every day. You guys see me there, and I'm always impressed with our students, the way you guys act. Just like this podcast here, you guys do a great job with this. And that's one of the big reasons myself, I know Mr. Durkin also, I mean, we love working at Valley View because of the students, and we love being part of Valley View because of the students. And every day, you know, we try to do the best we could for Valley View and you guys. And, you know, we just try to make you guys proud at the school because you guys make us proud. So I was so happy to get back at Valley View. I'm there 25 years, and hopefully I can make it until I retire.
Good. I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
Your daughter, Castellani, has recently scored her 1,000 points. How proud are you for her of making that accomplishment?
I think it's a great accomplishment. She's, you know, a hard worker, and, you know, she loves basketball, and everybody who plays basketball tries to get that 1,000 points. I'm just happy she did it because I know how hard she works. And hopefully you're going to work just as hard, and hopefully you're going to get 1,000 yards in one of your seasons.
I will.
To match your sister.
Thank you.
All right.
And I do have one request. Okay. So we were watching an episode today, and Mr. Sweeney was in Mr. Castellani's office with me. Yep. And he saw the food tasting segment. And he said that he would be more than honored to come down here and do a segment of the food tasting if you guys would ever want him down here.
Of course. That would just be an amazing special guest right there. He would have to take Rubel's spot, which, you know, Rubel, the icon he is.
So we can show him.
You can help him out.
You know, they can do it together maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. They could do like an episode together. That would be really nice. I think that would just overall be a really good episode there. And just overall, I think it would be pretty good. All right. We're going to wrap things up here. Thank you guys for coming on the podcast here. Obviously, we have Mr. Castellani here, Mr. Durkin right here, and Nico as my co-host. We talked about some good things on this podcast here. And thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for shining some light to the program and just overall Valley View in a whole. Just giving them just amazing PR here. Thank you guys for coming on. And with that being said, we'll get straight into our next segment on Turkey Talks.
Welcome this week of Rubel's Food Reviews. I want to bring this in closer. I want to give a shout out to Race Reviews. I was told to do that, and I did that. So, yeah. So they're doing a good job, and I was on I did a guest thing with them. What was it, yesterday? So I'm gonna dig into this. What I have right now. So I have Chinese today, and it looks good, really good. I got egg rolls, and I got lo mein. Looks like a what it looks like. Chicken lo mein, it looks like, and I got a crushed. What are these called? Fortune cookie. I don't have a fork, so we're gonna have to cut. And if someone right there could give me a fork, I got chopsticks. Let me dig in. Cheers. It's noodly. You know what? Shock that. I'm gonna dig into these real quick. No, that was good. I like the onions on there, the chicken. Good. Let me have an egg roll real quick. I got 2 egg rolls. Let me see if I got duck sauce. No duck sauce. Alright, no. Cheers. Really good. Really good. So, I'm going to give it higher than the deer heart, higher than the sandwich, higher than crumble. Higher than Mariano's. I'm going to give it an 8.7. Yeah. Right, just eat this. See you next week on Turkey Talks.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Turkey Talks. This is episode 10. This is trivia. We have Ruble here, and special guest Luke is playing trivia today.
What's up,
Yes.
everybody? This is Turkey Talks here. Turkey Talks himself, playing trivia, subbing in. You know, just got to get business done here.
Let's go. Here we go. All right, and as always, if you hear this sound, Ruble gets it first, and if you hear this sound, Luke's going to get it first.
I'm going to get it first.
Always. Here we go. Now, Ruble, I'm pretty sure is about 1-7 right now. So
Like that.
we're going to have to figure it out. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Who is known as prime time in the NFL?
Deion Sanders.
Correct. Number 1 goes to Luke. 1-0, right?
Yeah.
All right, get the hand ready because you're going down recently. Here we go. What hurricane devastated New Orleans?
Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina.
Question number 3. Ryan, if you don't get this, you lose. Who holds the all-time home run record in the MLB? Papers. Incorrect.
It's Shohei Ohtani.
Incorrect.
No, it's what's his name? The guy that's on the Dodgers.
Correct. 3-0. 3-0. Ruble loses again. Ruble loses again.
Ruble, you suck. All right, this has been Turkey Talks, episode 10, alongside my co-host here, Coach Bob, and Rubu, who is currently still eating. He's feasting on the food over here. But of course, he's chowing down. You like it?
I do.
Yeah, you clearly like it. It was rated above Marino's Hoagie. You got it. We got the name pronunciation wrong. Clearly not above Vidaro's, so Vidaro's is clearly his favorite. Thank you guys for watching, though. We got the rooster over here. Got kid who's still eating over here. My guest host over here, Coach Bob, and me as always, Turkey Talks himself. Thank you guys for watching. We'll send it into the next episode.